All right, so in this scenario, in this example, we have a graph of two waves heading towards each other. They have exact opposite velocities. So they're both 1 meter per second. This one's positive, this one's negative. And they both have a wavelength of 4. So they're pretty much identical but opposite waves because they have opposite amplitudes as well. And they're both moving towards each other 1 meter per second. So if we cycle down, if we cycle time forward by 1, go to the next graph, 1 second, then we have these waves both 1 meter closer. And what happens actually is since they're in the same medium, like a rope or something, the wavelengths will actually, or the amplitudes will actually add together. And since one's positive, one's negative, that means in this example they're going to cancel out. So we have these dotted lines drawn as like what the waves were before they interacted. And then if we add these two values together at say the 5 mark right here, then we would get this, and they're exactly the same, so it just becomes 0. Or they're exactly opposite, I mean. And you just get this line here. And then what happens is the next second, the waves are exactly mirroring each other. So since they're adding together and one's positive and one's negative amplitudes, it ends up with a complete cancellation of the waves for 1 second. So you can't see anything really. Okay. So at this point, since these waves have exact opposite amplitudes, and they have the same wavelength and they're in exactly the same place, they actually cancel out completely. So these dotted lines just represent the waves, and then the waves individually, and then together, they add together to just create a flat line. But if we keep cycling time forward by 1 second, the waves will reemerge because they're still there, the energy is still there. So this is just the opposite of this, right? So we have these two waves adding together to create this slope in the middle right here. And then we just keep moving forward, and now the waves have passed each other. So if we cycle forward in time even more, by 1 more second, they're completely past each other now, and they just go on their separate ways, basically.